Hello, once again. This is Pastor Shane with Waikia Baptist Bible Church. I will be joined today with Debra Nakaji. She'll be giving us a catch up, just like we've done for the past few weeks with a number of other members. So I'll turn it over to Debbie in just a little bit, but ask her to say hi, as well as asking her, so Debbie, how have you been doing lately?
Hi, everyone. I miss all of you. It's just so hard to be in the category of the kind of elderly that I'm more limited in where I can go and things like that. But since I've been home in February, it really took me maybe 10 weeks to feel much better. The first 6 weeks, I really spent trying to get better with my congestive heart failure. And I was finally able to get to a point where I could say most of the swelling was gone in my feet and knees and thighs. I was really fortunate I could go to at least 2 physical therapy classes before my doctor said I couldn't go because I'm in the high risk category, and she wasn't sure if the physical therapy place was taking care as far as disinfecting their everything, their pens, their phones, everything. So she stopped me from going. But at least in the first 2 weeks, they showed me how to get rid of my some of that edema in my legs, and it really worked. These couple of exercises and massaging, so I got 2 weeks of really good lessons. And so within 8 weeks, most of my edema was gone. So that was the hardest part, the congestive heart failure. But I was glad to come home without having to go through any kind of kidney dialysis, because I learned that I had been in complete kidney failure, and I didn't know that until I woke up in the hospital and they told me that, and I was totally surprised with that diagnosis. But anyway, I'm glad that the congestive heart failure is gone. The only thing I'm battling right now is the post effects of the shingles, where the shingles was on my left side of my face and my ear and my mouth. And so I've been dealing with that. But in the last couple of weeks, God has really heard my prayers and your prayers. And I really thank you for your prayers, because the intensity of the pain has really gone down, and the frequency of the pain has also been limited. So I'm just really glad. I'm so grateful for all of your prayers and your love. And I've been receiving food and from other people, and even Lynn Higa sent me some food when I came home. And Lena Higa made face masks for Albert and I. And thank you so much. It's just so, I'm just so appreciative of all the love, that's demonstrated through all of your kindness. I've been getting a lot of texts, asking me about how I'm doing. letters I got a letter from Terry Oka, and that was so heartfelt. Susie's written to me. Other people from not the church family, I've gotten letters and phone calls, and when Pastor Shane said we should get buddies, at that time, although I was really sick, I made sure I had my buddies lined up. But then after, I got them lined up, I may have phoned or texted them a couple of times, but then I got my illness kept me from actually continuing the texting and telephoning. Violet Tanimoto has been checking in with me by phone, and she usually calls me because I'm so tired. That's one thing on the recovery. I could sleep like 16 hours a day, and I can still sleep 10 hours, but that's a real improvement because I get more things done. And then I think the reason why I can sleep 10 hours is because I'm moving around, physically moving. You may think these tasks are not that great, but I actually did a load of laundry by myself. And that was taxing because I have to go up and down 8 steps. I actually swept out the garage, and to you that might be minor kind of stuff, but I also cleaned my kitchen floor. I had to go on, I can't say my hands and knees because I can still barely crouch, but as low as I could get, I was cleaning my floor. And this morning I cleaned my refrigerator, and I got rid of I think 4 bags of just paper, from 2015 to 2015, 16, no, 14, 15, 16. I got rid of those papers, that they tell you not to get rid of as far as the tax papers and stuff like that, to keep it for 3 years. So I was able to do a lot. I'm sure I'm going to sleep more than 10 hours tonight. But, I've also been cooking dinner. Albert usually cooks the breakfast because he's up earlier. And he waits till I wake up most of the time. He's been such a good caregiver to me. He's watched out for me, and he's especially aware of things I do that I might hurt myself, like bending over too much, or and I might fall forward or stuff like that, and leaning too much on one side. I'm still having problems with some balance, but I do drive. But not often. But I've had to drive to my mother's. My doctor also prevented the nurse from going to my mother's house to do her medications. And so who's left but me? And I have to go there. So I try to fill a month of medicines, and so I don't have to go too often. But I do call her, and she's in good spirits. Both of us are in the high risk category, and but she's not sick. She's 90. She's only there because she's 90. But boy, she has energy. This week, she she did, I think, 8 bags of rubbish, cutting the hedge, the hibiscus hedge, and cutting those branches in 3 feet long. I could never do that. So, but she's done it. And so she doesn't know why she has to be stuck in the house. When we go riding, she wants to go into the market. And I tell her, Mom, we're both high risk. You can't go into the market because I know if you go into the market, you will see Dr. Mitchell. And that'll be like, ha ha, I caught you, you know? So I told her she can't go into the market. My other sister markets for her, goes and does her grocery shopping, and I do her medicines. Otherwise, we both just call her. And but seeing that she's well is a great lift, and knowing that she's doing okay. But just the contacts I've been having with people, and I've just enjoyed the letters and the phone calls, and now I'm able to get into Zoom, although I had a difficult time today. And so we were supposed to be on air at 1:30, but I think we got on air about 15 minutes later because I don't know why. I could do it before, but this morning I couldn't do it, and this afternoon. But Pastor Shane got me through it, and I'm on now, and I'm really happy. I think I can get on more in the future. The Zooms at 7 o'clock at night are difficult for me to get on because a lot of times I'm doing my mix for my medicines or doing my new dressing changes. There's a lot to do when you have a port, and you have to protect it from bacteria. So I'm covering it up for my shower, and boy, that takes me forever. And I would tell you why, but it would mean me telling you what part of my body that gives me problems. But anyway, wrapping that port is quite a challenge before showering, but you have to be careful and not get it wet. So it's been it's been an experience and a challenge, just getting better, but just knowing that time when I was better and I said, I'm better, I can do things. You know, I started to do things slowly, and then I could do more, and I realized I was much better and stronger, and I was still limited in what I could do, but and it's sad that I can't shop and things like that, that I'm in the high risk. And Dr. Mitchell told both my mother and I that we are not to contact anyone, or, you know, except our immediate family members. So it's really sad. We can contact people by letters and phones, but that's the limit. So.
Yeah, you know, with everything that you've been going through from the end of last year through all the way till now, we're just happy to see you. And so wanted to do this catch up with you. And, you know, it's such a blessing to know that, you know, our prayers have been answered in so many ways. We've been praying for you. We've been praying for Al as well. We continue to pray for your mom. And, you know, you shared about all these different people that have contacted you. We know just how important that is at this time, because for many of us, for, you know, you being one of them, you know, we're not allowed to have any kind of contact with anybody, even to go into the markets. And so, you know, I'm so grateful to all the different names that you mentioned, the church family that reached out to you. And, you know, that's with another month of stay at home, that's going to be even more crucial during this time as it continues to weigh on all of us. And so it's a real struggle. I know you shared about all the just the physical activities, and like I said, anything that you can do is just such a blessing because we were praying, and we know just how bad your health was at the end of last year and the beginning of this year especially. But what other struggles have you come across throughout your day, throughout doing things throughout the course of the day, and especially those that might be related to COVID-19?
Well, I think with the pain that I've been getting and still getting, the increase in the medications really bother me. And it's kind of, it's affected my vision, but not all day. It's affected me, like at night, I can't see too well. But during the day, I can see fine. But nighttime, I guess my eyes are tired and stuff like that. But as far as COVID-19, I think the biggest thing is, for me, I am a homebody, you know, and so is my mother. She's more of a homebody anyway. But I think the biggest thing for us is we can't go out and get our hair done. And my hairdresser texted us and said, oh, it might be May before they're cleared to be open. And my mom was so happy, and she says, oh, when you make an appointment, can you make one for me? And then I didn't want to tell her that she's in the high risk, so she's going to have to make her gray ponytails until we get a vaccine and we're able to go out. So, things like those personal things that we want to do, or, Al can shop, grocery shopping, but, if I want him to go out and pick up some personal items like makeup or things like that, he's not going to go and pick up makeup for me. He's going to say, oh, you look fine. You're not even going out. What are you worried about? But, I think as this COVID-19, goes on and on, I just pray for a vaccine so people in the high risk can go out. It's, it's good that my mom and I are homebodies. We don't have to go anywhere. But it's just this, one thing was that hairdresser thing. And I think I'm not going to even tell my mom she can't have her hairdresser appointment because she might fall into a depression. But I know that it's going to be, if it goes on, and if they don't get a vaccine soon, it's going to be quite a challenge to remain at home and not be able to go places, that we want to go to, just to go shopping and things like that. That's
Yeah,
going to be the challenge.
our lives have been disrupted in so many different ways, and
Yeah.
we may think of the hairdresser as just something small, but it does affect our lives and the way
Yeah.
that we normally go about doing things. Through all of this, everything that you've been through with the being in the hospital, the recovery, as well as this adjustment to coronavirus COVID-19, what are some of the ways that you've seen God is still at work in your life and in those around you?
Well, every day I pray that whatever I do, it'll bring a blessing and glorify God. And, in answer, and I pray for of course, the healing, the continuous healing of my body. And he has shown that, because every day I get stronger and stronger. And I know people are praying for me. They text me and say, I'm still praying for you. And I'm just so grateful for, that. And Sarah and Judy and Earl. And, so the knowing that people are still praying for me, I have to pray for myself too. I know that God is working in my life through my prayers. He's made me stronger. He's made me grateful to be still here. I mean, I could just ask him to zip me out of this world, didn't I? People tell me what a great, see, that's the thing about my brain. I've lost some words. But people tell me that they are so, what's that word?
I know that a lot of people have shared that your life has been such a testament and a witness and just inspiring to us.
Yeah,
What he's doing.
yeah. The word I'm looking for is, they tell me that I'm a great inspiration to them. And I say to God, almost every text I get, people are telling me that. And I'm telling God, isn't that enough, people? Can you take me home now? And so I guess he's going to heal me, and I'm going to get out there. So I know I'm not going to be a homebody for long. I'm going to find a way out there so he can, so I can be, more of an inspiration. I can't do that if I'm stuck at home. So I know he's going to allow me to get out there and be more of an inspiration to more people. Otherwise, if I'm stuck at home, he'll find a way for me to do it while I'm stuck at home. I know, because he's God. I have very limited knowledge of how he's going to do things, but I know he'll find a way. Maybe I'll write a book, but he'll find a way for me to inspire other people. I'm just glad, and I'm shocked that people really feel that way. But yes, I've gone through a lot, and each time God has brought me through, and I'm still here, God. I'm still trying to be as joyful as possible. One person told me, "You're always smiling, and when I talk to you, you sound so good on the phone, sound so happy." And I said, "Really?" It's just, I think God just give me that gift, because I don't try to sound like that. It's just a natural thing, and as soon as I say hello on the phone, people are telling me, within a few words of me talking, they're telling me, "Oh, you sound so good. You sound really happy." And, and I said, "Thank you, Lord," because, only he can be glorified through that, because I could sound really sick, I guess. But he just gives me this joyful demeanor, and I'm just blessed with that. And from that, he's glorified. I'm just so happy that he can make me an instrument of spreading his joy throughout the world. And people, hopefully those who have not you know, believed in him will, you know, come to believe in him and find the joy and just make him the Lord of their lives, you know, and really, I hope I'm inspiring people to take that cross up and just believe in Christ as their Savior.
Yep, God still has you here. So
Yeah,
there's still work to be done. There's still things that God has in store for all of
yeah,
us. And that's
must
such
be,
an, such an
be.
inspiring message to know that God is not done with us yet. But
Yes, he's
as we
not.
get ready to wrap up, any last things that you wanted to share just with everyone and to let everyone know?
I I am just so appreciative of the contacts you've made, of the prayers you've lifted up on my behalf, because I believe that is what has gotten me through this. After a month at the hospital, um, I'm surprised it only took 10 weeks for me to mentally and physically heal. But that has to do with the prayers that you've lifted up on my behalf. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all, and I'm hoping there's a vaccine so soon so I can give everybody a hug. We have to have a hug party. Thank you so much.
We
Thank you,
look
Shane,
forward
for
to that
allowing
time.
us to.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for taking this time out of your afternoon. I'm so grateful for all those who have prayed also, but we'll see you later and we look
Okay.
forward to that time.
All right. Bye-bye.